Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Adventuring Guild, Episode 7! I am your Dungeon Master, Daniel, and joining me, as always, is... Oh, my God. Hold on one second. We are having some issues with Curtis and Steph's internet. Come back.
We're here.
I think it was fine.
Oh. Your video is on my end looks terrible. Is the video on your? Okay, there we go. We're fine. It came back. Sorry.
Now we have everybody.
Now we're back. Yay! Anyway, I'm your DM Daniel, and I'm joined by my intrepid interlopers of excitement: Curtis, TJ, Steph, Riley, Michael, and Matt. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Glad to be here.
As you can see, unfortunately, TJ and Michael's cameras are not quite working today, so I've put up lovely images of them that they have on screen. So, let's just get into it. Let's see. Last time on the Adventuring Guild, the party had left Waterdeep and brought White Oak back to his people, while Vessel had stayed behind to provide food and additional water for the party as for the people, or for Granite's people, while they had acquired what's the word? Goods. We'll go with goods.
Supplies.
Supplies, thank you. I couldn't think of the word supplies. Supplies. This is going to be bad. They make their way back, and after a hearty conversation between White Oak, a heartfelt conversation between White Oak and Willowbend and Granite, in a plea for Granite to stay behind and be the leader of the tribe, he declined. What is that noise?
Somebody's phone.
He declined.
I swear it was the opening to Speed Racer.
Here he comes. Here comes Speed Racer. I was waiting for the... Wonderful. Now, the group made their way back to Waterdeep, knowing that Abigail was being hunted. Unfortunately, when they returned, it seemed that a group of bounty hunters were waiting, of which a young archer, part of the bounty hunting group, stepped out and shouted, "No, I can't do this anymore," instead of pointing out anything else, and a fight broke out. After some bloodbath and some pretty heavy damage battle, the group managed to push away the bounty hunters and down a few of them, of which they kidnapped. Vessel managed to capture one, and they went and interrogated him, and they found out that there is a rather large bounty put on Abigail's head for her death or alive, to be brought in for treason against the former kingdom of Valdrax, which is now being led, or the former prince of Valdrax, who is now leading the dukedom of Breeden, which is not that far from Waterdeep. Getting some sagely advice from the local police as to get out of town before anything else happens. We can't do anything about this. The party decides that they will be leaving the night after next. That's where we begin, with y'all inside the tavern, Roxana being stared down by, I believe, Granite at that time, giving her his best. Ricky, you got some splaining to do.
Which is over her head.
It's over pretty much everybody's head who's probably watching, except some of us old folk. So we'll pick up there.
I understood that reference.
So, Granite.
Okay, so at the end of the last session, Saith told us that we needed to untie the assassin and get him out of the bar. So I'm gonna make sure that he gets his ass out of the bar.
Oh yeah, the assassin's gone.
Okay.
He hauled ass.
Has how much repair has been done to the front of the tavern? Is it still got a gaping hole in it, or is it ramshackled together enough for repairs to continue?
At this point, there's a functional door. I mean, repairs aren't fully complete, but you know, it functions now where you don't have to worry there's a giant hole in your wall anymore.
Okay, so it's enough to suffice that it could be closed without
Yeah.
being worried about it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. So I'll make sure the front door is secured. And I'll turn around and locate Roxana.
Okay.
And let's see, I don't have nothing left. I'll point the Daybreaker at her.
Roxana, you have a very large beast like a man pointing a very large hammer at your head. He's also been known to smash heads open like Gallagher.
Also a reference you wouldn't get.
True.
So I guess I'll start this mess. So with the Daybreaker pointed at her, I'll threaten her that with Abigail's indifference is the only reason you're here. When she ceased to be indifferent with you and you become a nuisance, I will remove your essence from your body.
I won't become a nuisance. I've come to find Abigail for important reasons.
Where's Abigail in all this?
Okay, yeah, Abigail will kind of like come to her senses a little bit, step forward and say, you mentioned something about me being a royal guard. Like, you obviously know something about my past, but no offense, I don't remember you at all. Who are you?
We grew up together. You quickly went through the Royal Guard, and I followed not too far from behind you. I got into the Royal Archers, and I won the Fall Festival that we held a couple years ago. And I quickly grew from there.
Abigail, that actually you do recall that a very young woman at the time surprisingly had won the archery contest and had been offered a position as part of the Royal Archers. That is something you do remember, but you
Okay.
did not know that was her.
Okay, all right, then I guess Abigail's face will lighten up ever so slightly at that, saying, I do remember that. But then she'll just kind of like go dim again and look at her and, are you a spy?
No, I'm not a spy. I survived the fall of our kingdom, and I took up the role of an adventurer just to find you, because I've overheard rumors about you. The former prince of our kingdom is now the Duke of Breeden. He's found new wealth to work, and he's hiring people to track down you and kill you.
I can see that.
Yeah, that goes without saying. And why didn't? Okay, but all that I can understand. Why didn't? I'm just curious as to why you didn't join them. Like I don't like why are you not as interested in the bounty as everyone else?
Are you in love with Abigail?
No!
It all makes sense now. She has a crush on you.
Dude,
See Penelope bouncing around back there. La 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 la. You love Abigail.
I do not. Besides, aren't you young to have a place like this?
Me?
Yes, you.
You don't know how old I am.
You look young.
You look young.
I'm an elf. I age slowly.
I'm a gnome. I age slowly. Clearly not a gnome, by the way.
Roll for deception.
At disadvantage because I'm very much a human.
Yeah. Roll for deception at disadvantage.
Okay, that's a 2. And it's a 13. So let's see. My deception is where? So that gives me a 9.
9 total.
God. Plus 7 on your deception.
Yeah.
What's your passive perception, Roxana?
It's got to be higher than 9.
I think it's high. It should be higher than 9.
14.
14.
Oh yeah, yeah, easily. Easily, you know the. Uh-oh. We're having
Uh-oh.
your internet is kind of it. Y'all are having fun with your internet today. It seems.
I think it's just
Yeah.
you. I see them clear as day.
Really?
Yeah.
It's you. It's because I see everybody just fine.
Well, I mean, I wonder if I should restart.
Every now and
Yeah.
then, Curtis will kind of go robot-y, but then it'll clear up and be just fine for me.
It is probably us then.
Yeah, our internet's kind of woozy.
I mean, it's fine, clear as day right now. But
Yeah, everything's working right now. All right,
Okay.
we'll
Just let us know if it gets laggy.
we'll
Okay.
keep going. Yeah, that's what I see right there. What Matt just posted in Discord is what I see.
Yeah. I'm watching it there too.
Oh, look, I look good.
How flattering.
If it continues, if it doesn't straighten up, then I'll pause and we'll come back, and I'll restart my broadcast software. But until then, because things are clear right now, we'll continue on. Well, as soon as I say that.
It still shows clear.
Y'all are starting to go. Here, I'll tell you what. Let me go. Let me break right quick. Let me restart my broadcast software. The stream will not disconnect, fortunately. So hang in there, everybody. I'll be right back. There we go. Now we're back. The joy of running 2 different computers at the same time.
Yay.
Okay, so sorry about that. Unfortunately, it looks like it's on Kirsten Steph's end, but we'll do the best we can with their internet being a butt today. So, continuing. Granite's gonna smash a little archer girl.
No.
Don't do it.
I'm leaning on the Daybreaker now. I'm giving her a chance to finish her conversation with Abigail.
I got sidetracked from talking to Penelope. I forgot what Abigail's question was.
Mission accomplished.
the question was, why aren't you as interested in the bounty as everyone else?
I don't believe in any of it. I always wanted to be friends with you. I was just scared. So I joined them to find you and I guess befriend you. Because I know what you're capable of.
Insight.
Okay, roll an insight check, Abigail. And Roxana, if you are being deceitful, roll a deception. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. If you're being deceitful, roll a deception, and we'll see what Abigail rolls.
Okay, I rolled a 17.
17, Roxana.
I'm not lying.
She's being truthful.
Okay then.
All right. So, what kind of information? Okay. So, I guess I'll put the Daybreaker away since Abigail's a little more at ease about this. And so, your willingness to travel with a group of bandits to find her, now that you've found her, what is your intentions?
Protect her. She's the best royal guard I've ever known. Captain-wise, at least. She's been my idol for as long as I could remember.
Did Granite know about Abigail being a captain in the Royal Guard? Is that something that was ever discussed?
Abigail, you ever discuss your past with anybody? I don't believe so.
I don't. It's God. It's been a long time. I thought maybe I might have mentioned something about it during the Waterdeep heist, but I don't. Maybe not.
It's possible.
Maybe
You
that was
could've-
just.
It's
Well-
possible you could have mentioned that you were a former royal guard, but I don't think you ever discussed in detail your past.
No, I've never discussed in detail for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so the knowing of the captain kind of catches Granite off guard. He wasn't aware that she had that much stature in the Royal Guard. He knew that she was capable, just didn't know she carried that much stature.
Abigail.
Yeah,
you have-
Abigail.
I was gonna say you have somebody here from your hometown who seems to know you.
Yeah, she seems to know me pretty well. I do recall the archery event, and I don't I don't really feel like she's lying. I don't detect any like deception from her. I'll trust you for now. There's so much going on. It's so hard for me to focus. There's a lot coming back that I never expected.
Roxanne, is there anything in addition that you want to reveal to Abigail that I wrote in as part of your backstory? I'm asking because I just want to see how you. I'm trying to figure out how you're going to play it.
I'm looking.
Okay, so while we're doing this,
Yeah.
Granite's going to take this opportunity to initiate the downtime of getting into the evening. Is it getting into the evening?
It was after noon when this all shook down, so now at this point, we can say that the conversation has taken some time, so you're getting closer to the evening hours, yes.
I'm going to start going through the bar. I'm going to start making preparations for dinner for everybody. Just try to roll into the evening. I'll make sure that we got plenty of food and drinks for everybody.
Okay.
And then if she's going to be staying with us, make an accommodation for her to stay with us for the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, Abigail's gonna mention. I'm not sure this is something I really want to talk about right now, but there's a lot going on, and I don't want any of you, my friends, in trouble with anybody, the law, or anything like that. There's a lot. I don't exactly know what to say.
Penelope laughs. Ha!
Okay, Abigail will actually kind of like react to Penelope's laugh and kind of smile herself. But any more than what we've already experienced.
I don't think some Prince of Dookie is gonna scare any of us.
Prince of Dookie.
Where was he from? Dukedom? Dukedom of Breeden, is that what it was?
The
Yes.
current Duke of the Dukedom of Breeden.
There we go.
Prince of Dookie. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That was all Penelope. None of that was me.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So believe that.
Gotcha, TJ and Dookie.
While that was going on, I also healed. I healed Granite for 26, I think, and Skid for 15.
There you go.
Nice. Oh. Is Leaf still around? Have we located Leaf?
He's still in the area.
Okay. Because when we came through the first time, you said there was no sign of him.
He's hiding. He's been hiding.
He's a ghost.
Okay. That's fine.
So do we just for me, do we have to kill this guy? Because he wants you dead.
Abigail.
It's a really long story. I don't know, and I'm afraid to tell it. I don't want to. I may have done something. No, I did do something really terrible a long time
mean-
ago.
I think all of us have done something terrible. It's how we kind of ended up here. Look at Granite. He buried his family and they weren't even dead.
I'm in the kitchen. I didn't hear. I was already said that I wasn't around for any of this, so there's no reaction from Granite if that's what you were hoping for. Clang, 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 clang. Damn it!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
And I don't know what she did. Or her, really. Pointing at both Erwin and Roxana.
Oh boy.
I'm sure they did terrible things.
I haven't got much of a sketchy background.
Penelope squints at you unbelievingly.
You try to convince me you're a gnome, kid. You have no power.
Oh.
In Noma, she says, I can make you believe anything.
Do you?
I don't think Roxana speaks Gnomish.
I think
It's
I
okay.
do. Hold on.
I do, and I just laugh.
Hold on. I can't find it.
Slow down. Slow down.
You do speak Gnomish.
I do. Can I respond in
Yes.
Yes.
Gnomish?
You can respond in Gnomish.
Remind her of what you said.
Oh, I said I can make you believe anything.
Can I respond back as, isn't it late for you? You're past your bedtime?
I will kill this woman.
No blood.
God. My character hates kids. Great.
Oh, good.
Fantastic.
I wouldn't kill you. I haven't killed anyone this whole campaign.
Really?
Well,
No,
That's
not
my
one.
job.
Not a single killing blow from Penelope.
there's a first time for everything.
Are you saying I'm going to kill you? I'm not
Oh,
sure.
no!
I'm not sure which way that was going.
I'm not sure what the future holds, but I mean, obviously, it's going to require us to go meet this Prince. So all I'll say is just be prepared.
You should tell us what
And-
we're getting into.
Ugh. Ugh. I don't
I'll
know
start
if
making
I'm
my way
ready yet.
back into the main room.
I mean, you could tell us on the way, or are we leaving? We should run.
We
My
should
question
rest.
is, do we run from them or do we run to them?
Is there anything that we should know, even at the smallest amount, so we can be aware for you?
No big deal, but he just has his whole royal guard looking for Abigail.
And
So we'll
bounties.
have-
And bounties.
And how big is this royal guard?
To my knowledge,
The Dukedom of Breeden, because Roxana does not know this offhand,
I do not.
but I can like the Dukedom is not as large. It's not Waterdeep size. I would say the Kingdom of Valdrax was about the size of Waterdeep. Okay. Dukedom is probably about half the size of Waterdeep. So it's a substantial guard, but not, Waterdeep city level guard.
I mean,
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't even know that the prince was still alive.
I didn't either until I heard from this.
Did you try to kill him?
No. I didn't try to kill the prince
Why does he hate you so much?
because I killed his father.
Oh shit!
Was it
That's
intentional or
Penelope's
accident?
exact same.
Listen, I'm always this. I'm the same Abigail. There was, like I said, it's a long story. It's not something that I chose to do, like, just because I hated anybody. It's hard to explain. She just kind of like wells up in tears.
She pats you on the hip. I assume you're standing.
No, probably sitting down. Probably sitting
Oh,
down.
then on the shoulder. I'm sure you had a good reason. Were you mind controlled?
Was it an intentional
Was he evil?
kill, or was it something accidental that you did?
I'm not sure. It was intentional, but there's a reason why it was intentional. She takes a deep breath. Okay. I was captain of the Royal Guard of the Kingdom of Valdrax. Like, I worked my way up in the ranks pretty quick because of, I guess, how much skill I was able to show.
You threw
And
a lot of spears. They respect your
yes, I threw lots of javelins.
The sniper javelins.
But I was the protector of the family, the Valdrax family, the prince, his father, and the prince came to me one day and pleaded me. She kind of hold on. She just kind of goes quiet a little bit. She's really having a hard time with this.
Penelope pats you on the head.
Granite's already back in the room by this time, so he's not missing any of this.
You see, the king, his name was Vincent. King Vincent Valdrax, and the prince is Prince Adrian Valdrax. So the prince came and pleaded with me saying that he caught his father in discussions with infernal demons from far off plane. Apparently, told me that he was going to do terrible things to some of his own people in the kingdom of Valdrax to sate the thirst for chaos, the infernal demons. So he planned with me to assassinate the king. I didn't agree initially, but Adrian Valdrax led me to a spot where I spotted a discussion of Vincent talking with a very terrifying creature with bony wings. That's all I remember. So I agreed, and when the deed was done, it was only after the deed was done that Adrian started screaming for help, calling in the other guards, accusing me of betrayal. And I was arrested. And the last thing I remember is I was in prison. And it was a while before a wounded guardsman came and opened up my cell gate. And he died before I even got to talk to him. When I exited the prison, the entire kingdom was on fire and destroyed.
So who was it that has already attacked the kingdom?
I don't know.
Do
I was in prison. Like, the kingdom was fine when I was sent to prison, but when I was let out, everything was destroyed.
Do I believe Abigail's story?
Roll an insight check.
I'll assist with that.
Roxana, did you read your private background fairly decently?
She's
Matt, you can roll with advantage.
Is that what you're reading? She's reading it now. She's going back over it.
I was gonna say, make sure you
Good, 'cause
know
that's success.
stuff.
I'm sorry, you said that was insight, right?
Yes, insight.
25.
25. Abigail?
Everything that Abigail has said is truthful. Everything exactly as she recalls.
Just as a side note, when Abigail mentioned that the king was making deals with demons and stuff like that, Vessel became visibly more interested.
This is something that I've kept to myself for a long time, and I mean, you guys have all been with me through a lot, and that's why I feel so, comfortable telling you. And I just hope that this doesn't change your view on me.
Also,
Well, your
just a
deeds
reminder: don't be afraid to bust in if you need to. Don't sit there and wait for people. Jump in if you want to say something.
Oh. I
Yeah,
remember
it's
that.
all part of the role-playing experience.
Yeah.
I remember the day. I remember that day you got arrested and you got put into the prison. I had fought most of the guards try to see you and help you get out. I had barely enough strength to unlock your door before I fell and succumbed to my wounds. And I passed out.
You were the guard.
I was.
Paying close
I-
attention to Roxana.
I thought you were dead at that point.
I passed out from inhaling the lungs. Smoke in my lungs.
Yes. She had succumbed to smoke inhalation.
Well, Abigail will be very surprised at that, and kind of you can see Abigail struggling to remember, and I guess does Abigail kind of remember how the guard looked?
That's the issue. Is at the time you were so delirious and so beaten,
Malnutritioned and all that. Yeah.
plus the guard's armor. There was no real distinction between male and female in the armor look.
Okay.
So what you could have assumed was a male, very well could have been a female.
Okay. All right.
I woke up, and the next thing I remembered, I was in with my parents. They said a night or something returned me to them, and it was this night had spoken words to them, saying her fierce fire and power, and will with power to fight is admirable. I wish to experience that for myself. Seek me out if you desire retribution. They told me this, and I was shocked that I hadn't been made it out of there.
I see. Abigail was very surprised just at the revelation of the guard twist.
Okay,
Well,
so
if that was,
I
if that
believe
really,
Roxana.
I was about to say, if that really was you, then I guess I owe you my thanks for releasing me.
Granted, you said, "Do you believe Roxana?"
Yeah.
Did you roll? Did you roll, or did you have Matt roll?
I let Matt roll with the advantage about but that was before she had mentioned that she was the one that let out.
Oh,
Yeah, mine was believing Abigail's story, not believing
okay.
Roxana's
All right.
story.
So for this instance, again, roll another insight.
18.
Roxana?
Everything I said was true.
Granted is more relaxed than he was, which is not saying a lot for your safety, but he's still more relaxed than when he was.
If all this is true, then Roxana, you know what caused the fires that were happening while Abigail was put away. What caused the attack on your kingdom?
Yeah, Abigail's interest peaks here.
Before I completed my investigation of what happened, chaos erupted in the kingdom. It just swelled. The earth opened up in the town and volcanic fire erupted from everywhere, magma, ash, and demons. The kingdom was in shambles, and so that's why I looked for you, because I knew you could help.
You saw these demons?
Very few, but yes.
Were they similar to what I described?
Uh,
Like nightmarish creatures with like bony
Are they?
wings?
yes, Roxana. Yes, the answer would be yes.
Yes, they are.
Oh.
Granted will turn his attention to Abigail and ask her, have you ever known the prince to be deceitful beforehand, before he came to you, beseeching you to stop his father?
The prince was, but like by the time I was captain of the royal guard, the prince was about 15 or 16 years old at the time. The only thing I never really had much interaction with the prince. It was mostly me, the king. I'm not sure. I don't recall him ever being deceitful before.
Did you notice a personality change with him once you knew the king or his father had been speaking to the demons? Did he seem to be himself?
I couldn't tell you. But you know, my goal or my job was to protect the kingdom and stand guard most of the time. I didn't really interact with the royal family. I was
The
just
problem,
their protector.
the problem that Granite's having. Okay, so let me explain this from Granite's point of view. Granite will say, "I've been exposed to mental manipulation, to where I was forced to believe something that wasn't true. So I don't know whether to believe that the king was in dealings with the demons, or if the son was manipulated to believe that his father was in dealing with the demons, asked you to do something you would not do normally, or go against your own personal character, and then he be released from this manipulation, where he's put in a position to where now all that he sees is his father's blood on your hands."
It could also be that the prince was in league with the demons and he was the connection, and his father was trying to stop him. And so he wanted to get rid of the father.
That's where my mind was going as well.
See, I know there's two sides to this. Could we believe that the prince may have been manipulated to believe so?
There's always three sides to a story. Which one is the truth is what we have to figure out.
You're not going to get an answer from me, unfortunately. I wish I knew.
Or me. I have no idea who was behind it. All I know is that our Royal Guard's captain was framed for something I believe she didn't do.
Well, it sounds like she did what they're calling the treason for,
Well,
but the integrity behind what was caused is what's at issue.
Well, obviously, yes, I know that now.
Well, we're not going to get answers at the tavern.
Nope.
Abigail, that means we're going to have to travel to get answers.
well,
But I will also say this: Abigail changes nothing between how I feel you are within the group. I know I'm the newer member, besides this girl trying to join in, but I still feel that you are the person that I know you to be.
she'll
Yeah,
look
Granite
over.
will second that and pat her on the shoulder and let her know that he feels the same.
Okay, Abigail will nod and say thank you. I want to keep proving myself, and I just don't know. I mean, obviously, never expected any of this to happen. So I don't want any of you in danger, like with the law or with your lives or anything. I don't know what could happen, but I appreciate your support.
I owe you a great deal of gratitude for what you've done for my family, and you being my family, I will do anything for you.
Okay, Abigail's just gonna nod and lower her head and just kind of think for a little bit.
Vessel.
I'm going to shuffle around the bar and start cleaning some stuff up while the conversations are happening. Granite just can't sit still right now.
Granted, as you walk away, Vessel, as you're sitting there contemplating the whole situation and thinking about demons and hearing the word demons, your eyes go from the brilliant emerald green to a very dim dark color, and your chest begins to glow yellow. And then for you, suddenly there is a flash. You don't know where you are, but you see a white tabard flailing in the air, a sword swinging, clashing against demon bodies, screams, more slashing, and fights. And then just as fast as you had went in, you come back. And your chest goes and dims back. And your eyes return brilliant.
Did anyone else notice this?
Depends on
Abigail,
how,
Abigail
see.
had her head lowered.
I'll
so
say
she
Abigail
didn't-
was very
yeah.
distracted. Granny
walked
walked away.
away.
Who else? I mean, was anybody really paying attention to Vessel at this point in time, or were
I
they
think
all
I
just?
was.
I was just standing there.
I
so.
was just trying to figure out if I could trust these people because they.
I mean,
well,
My
they brought
chest,
me-
my chest did glow, so I mean, I guess they would have seen that if they're standing, because I would have been standing near, like, at the table too.
So let's say we'll just let's do a perception roll for whoever thought that they might be able to see something of that nature. If they were,
Okay.
if you believe you were distracted with Abigail and looking at Abigail, don't roll.
Penelope would definitely been looking around at, just looking at people, just seeing what's
In
like
reactions.
kids do. Yeah, I rolled a 15, Mo.
15, okay,
Alright.
yeah. Penelope, you
too.
saw it. Erwin, you saw it.
I got a 1.
Roxanna, you were so enthralled right now with Abigail as this is Abigail. This is who you looked up to as a child, growing up, and as somebody you saw as a rival. So to see her in this state, you're pretty much paying attention to her and nothing else. So those who
Penelope.
saw,
Penelope's gonna look at Vessel and be like, "That was new."
You saw that too, huh?
What?
Are you a lamp? Do you do lamp things now?
I don't.
I guess Abigail's gonna look up from her now that she hears Penelope talking about this.
I don't.
You were glowing for like a second.
Eyes went weird.
I don't remember what
Reveal your secrets,
happened.
Robot Man.
I don't remember what happened. I seem to have had. I don't know, a vision, a memory. I don't know which it was. That's never happened before.
There's an awful lot of plot happening in this room right now.
you're welcome.
Penelope is just fucking chuffed to bits because it's just like the fucking book she read when she was younger.
What was? That's not a question I can answer because I don't know.
I can definitely tell you that I am interested in dealing with this demon threat. There are few things in this world more vile. And that's it.
Abigail will kind of raise her eyebrow at Vessel. Have you had experience with demons in the past?
I don't know. I don't think so. But it depends if what I saw was a memory. It's possible. But I was specifically trained to deal with demons.
Neat.
For an inanimate object, you swear Vessel looks a little confused in himself.
But you are an animate object.
I noticed this.
For however that is possible in a non-expressionary face, somehow you pick up on that.
In the way he's speaking.
It probably like in the speech, in the tones of voice, in the way he's holding himself. Like he's not, he's standing. Like normally Vessel would stand very still at all times, and now it seems like he's a little fidgety, and he's never been fidgety before. He just looks if you didn't know any better, if he was a human, he would look uncomfortable.
Am I noticing this by now?
No. Not with a natural one.
Natural one.
Not with a natural one. You're still.
Oh, I rolled a 2 and then my thing's -1.
Oh. Oh,
Hold
I'm
on a
sorry. I
minute.
thought. Hold on, that's different. I thought you said you rolled a natural one. I'm
thought
No,
sorry.
she
I
said
said I got a 1. If I was
Rolled a
natural,
2 and got
that
a
would-
1. Okay.
My bad.
Okay. No, at this point in time, okay, you can.
Doesn't help, I guess.
You don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, you can partake now.
She's still clue minus.
Yeah, you still total 1 there, so you have no idea what's happening. But yes, you can be a part of the conversation.
Okay.
Was that a perception check?
The perception check for
Yeah. Oh,
That's
she's
pretty-
dumb. She's dumb. She had a 6.
I got a 6.
Oh my lord.
I
I was
like
about to say, what kind of ranger has a natural or -1?
Sorry,
She looked at
I know.
deception.
Oh,
You're deceiving yourself.
Sorry, I know. I'm like, hang on, that doesn't even make sense. Why would you
Okay.
have negative one?
I'm
She's
really-
blonde. Suddenly the light comes on.
That's okay.
Hey, she's
Two-
new and she's
hey.
young and blonde.
2 and a 6, not far from each other.
Yeah.
You're about in the same place. It has no bearing.
But at least it's not a natural one.
That's fine. It takes time to learn too. So.
It does.
yeah.
No, you have to know this game in and out from the jump.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it that way.
We still don't know what the hell we're doing.
Probably playing a 12-year-old.
I am 11.
Hey,
My bad.
I
David.
get this. I was watching just a quick sidetrack. I was watching 2 DMs talk about D&D together on a podcast, and it was what's his name? Brennan something, and then of course Matt Mercer.
Brandon Lee Mulligan.
Brennan Lee Mulligan. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Both of them were talking and said if you had ever seen, all of Critical Role, or watched all of Critical Role, or watched all of Fantasy High, which Brennan Lee Mulligan DM'd, he said, D&D. He said, you understand, you can run a game. He said, watching is enough for learning. So, you just have to understand what was homebrew and what was not. So, for people out there who are saying, you have to read all the books, the books are there for reference.
You just gotta play.
You gotta play.
Anywho,
Sidebar over.
Okay.
Penelope, excited, goes, "This is great. We got a new person from your past. We got a demon fighting woodman, and then you, and then we're gonna go to your house and we're gonna kill some demons, kill some demons. Maybe fight that prince or duke."
I just want to clarify. I am not made of wood.
I thought you were made of wood.
No,
What are you made of?
metal.
I thought you were wood.
No.
No, the metal was what made you sink to the bottom of the lake.
Yes.
It's
There
got
was
a
no
wood
buoyancy.
texture.
Yeah,
It looks wood for me.
if he was made of wood, he would have floated, therefore making him a witch.
Burn him! Yes.
It's flammable.
So that's why you didn't want to walk through the wall of fire.
Very small rocks.
Very small rock. Pretty pebbles.
Floating like a duck.
Sorry, correction.
Mhm.
For all
Metal-
you Monty Python fans out there.
Yeah.
Of which there are none. Except the ones I know.
Not anymore.
Ew.
Okay, correction. We have the metal man, demon fighting guy. We can totally go kick this dude's ass. It'll be great.
Slowly roll, child.
Stop calling me a child.
Like 11.
You feel a slight tremor. Just a wee little earthquake.
Oh, it's an earthquake.
Granite's looking around trying to make sure. Is it just located around her? Because if Granite feels it, he's going to be mad that somebody's attacking the bar again.
I mean,
There's a couple of glasses that are kind of shaking around right now.
Go to the front door.
Open the door.
Better not be anybody out here trying to burn down my bar again.
Yelling at random passerbys, "Get the fuck away from my bar!"
Get off my lawn!
First time.
You open the door and you knock a guy down.
The door
Very
swings
familiar.
outward.
Huh?
The door swings outward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Learn new things every day at the bar. It's the new door, right?
Who did I knock down?
You recognize him as former competition of the bar, of his bar down the street.
Oh God!
Oh,
not
the
that
little
guy.
bastard that tried to buy the bar.
Yeah. He looks up at you.
Can I help you?
No! He runs away. He scrambles to his feet and runs.
At least notice him
I got other things to do besides chasing.
Did Abigail
Everything's
hear
fine
that
outside.
guy?
I'll close the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
What?
Abigail hear that guy?
I mean, you heard
yell?
somebody outside go, "Now!" And then you see Granite close
She's
the
just
door.
going to assume that she knows who it is, having dealt with him before. He's. Oh God.
Okay. So I'll return to inside the bar.
Okay.
Well, we told preparations are we going to need to make for travel to how do we does Abigail have an idea exactly how far away we are from how many days travel are we talking?
I don't know about the Dukedom of Breeden. I came from the Kingdom of Valdrex.
Would I know anything about him?
Roxana, you would know how far the trip was, as that was where you had come from. So, it's not far. It's about a week's travel.
Okay. So we need to make preparations for travel. Is there anything in town anybody needs to do or wants to do to prepare for our journey? We need to do that tomorrow morning or this evening, depending on how late it is.
Do we need a new map, or is Roxana able to guide us back?
Roxana can guide you.
I mean, the map lady liked me. I don't know why.
The map lady.
Don't worry about it. I'm good. I don't think I need anything besides rest. Or
Can I-
tram.
Can I find a place to sell my scale mail that I've been carrying around forever?
Yeah, I mean that's easy. Easy
Let me
said
just-
as done.
Let me just get rid of that.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna do, as I say, if we're gonna turn this into a shopping thing where we need to,
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing I can. Well, you know what? Yeah, let me sell the scale mail, and then
don't you need some more javels? How many did you say you
how
had
mu-
left?
I imagine I picked up the remaining javelins that I threw in the last battle, so that should. How many did I throw? Like 3?
4.
4 of them? Okay,
You threw
so
all 4.
so I should have all 4 back if I collected them.
Well, I carry 4 of them as well, so if you ever need any, I have some.
Got it. And shoot.
Do I have all of my stuff like back from shooting with my arrow, my bow and arrow?
I really, in instances like arrows, anytime you go shopping, I just naturally assume you buy arrows. I don't make you keep track of arrows, And I'm not going to make you spend gold on arrows. Just like I don't track consumables for spells. Because it's just, in my opinion, and the way I run my game this time is you're naturally, when you have the opportunity, you're going to fill up with what you need. And you, normally in this city, it's readily available.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you have...
She was asking. I told her she had to ask you.
Okay. Yes. The answer is yes, Vessel.
How much would I get for that little steel
50.
mill, by the way?
50 gold.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Penelope,
I'll
did
tell
you
you
need
what.
anything?
1 second. Abigail, give me an intelligence roll right quick. Just straight up intelligence.
Just a straight up intelligence roll.
Yeah, give me intellectuals rolls.
That's a dirty 20.
All right. You figure, given your current state and your current popularity in the city as a group that has saved the city multiple times, staying in your current look would probably be bad. As you are known.
Speaking of which, did we ever get rid of that hat of disguise? I know we had two. One of them, oh, no, never mind. One of them went to a little goober we got out of town, and Grim has the other one.
Penelope says, I have one.
Did she have one?
She does. Stand slow out of some of disguise.
Yeah, she,
Oh, that's right.
It sucks. Unless you want to pretend to be old, then it's quite good.
Okay, so is there anything? Do you think I could find like a robe or something that would like fit over top of me?
Okay, before we start moving into a whole bunch of shopping here, are y'all good with the night? And how are you ready to settle in for the night and start the next morning, or are y'all wanting to start doing the shopping this evening? Let me ask that.
My vote would be to rest and then shop tomorrow.
It's a
Personally.
lot just packed.
Yeah, I'm fine with either way. Just,
Yeah,
I
that's
know
fine.
Abigail doesn't need to be out drawing a lot of attention, so anything that she needs, Granite would be willing to go do for her or bring to her or buy, exchange, whatever it is that she's trying to accomplish.
Okay.
I
So
just
she
want to
doesn't have to draw a lot of attention to herself.
I just want to put the story at the right perspective here of what we're going at. So if it's going to be evening and you all broke for evening, that's fine. If it's day and you're going to go break for day, that's fine. I just need to push time, do my DM job.
But if everybody wants to wait, then I can wait.
That's fine. We'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and settle in for the night then before I do anything.
don't worry about pushing. Yes.
Before we do that, before we do nighttime stuff, Penelope will go to a table, pull out her stuff, summon crackers once again.
Oh, I was going to ask!
And this time we get Crackers the
Frog.
Crackers the
Crackers the
frog.
what?
Yeah.
Crackers the Frog.
Oh! How big is the frog?
I want to say it's a good sized frog.
Like
Can Roxanne look over at Penelope in
a
confusion?
full-size toad.
Yeah. Penelope's gonna lean her head down on the table, like hands on hands, or head on hands, to just be like, "Why don't you want to be an owl?"
Can I grab Penelope? Like,
You
I grab
hear-
Penelope,
You hear from your animal companion there.
I mean, if that's the way you feel about it, then I guess okay, you do you. She's gonna pull some crackers out of her pocket and offer the crackers to Crackers.
Can I tap Penelope on the shoulder and be like, what is going on? Like, what are you doing?
This is Crackers.
Who is Crackers? Because that
This-
sounds like a food.
Crackers used to be a bird, and then they were a spider, and then they were a weird fishbowl creature. We don't know what it was. And now Crackers is a frog.
So Crackers just turns into things?
Apparently.
Or is
A wizard. See, I'm not a wizard. I do magic, but I'm not a wizard. And a wizard taught me how to do this. And it just comes up whatever it wants to be. And it helps with stuff.
it chooses what it is?
I assume.
Okay.
It's never asked. I never asked.
Is this normal to y'all, or is it?
Unfortunately, Grant's just going to shake his head. He'd be like, "Yeah, so far this has been the norm."
Do y'all do this often, or is this just what we need?
As often as it dies.
Dies? Oh my!
Welcome to the.
He's not very strong.
Oh,
He's very small.
I would expect Crackers.
I guess it's fresh meat if we need food, right?
No.
If you take a bite out of it, it disappears.
Have you tried?
If someone she's squeezing the frog to her chest. If one of you tries to eat Cracker,
What the hell?
I think you're hurting the poor thing.
It's got the dog toy.
It's not a dog toy.
I know what it sounds like though.
I just happen to have the perfect sound effect for a frog.
Granted, just kidding. He's not going to eat the frog.
The fucking automaton.
Michael,
I
props
knew
to
exa-
you, man.
I knew exactly what it was whenever you held it up. I was like, that sounds so familiar. I knew this noise, but as soon as you held it up, I was like, now
Props
I know.
to you.
Oh, I love this.
Okay.
So, yeah, we are-
I've wanted to get me one of those, by the way.
These are awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
They're fun.
So we're going to take a long rest.
Yeah, you can take your long rest. Everybody can go full health, regain all your
Take your long rest,
spells.
everybody.
If any conversations, private conversations want to happen during the night, in between everybody, now is your time to have those conversations. Otherwise, I will set the sun and bring up a new day.
Granite wants to check his room for his. I'm going to open up my drawer and pull out the medallion of Sylvanas.
Okay.
And I want to attach it to the end of the Daybreaker where the leather strap is.
And easily done.
And then he'll write in his journal. He hasn't done that in a while, so he's got some stuff to catch up.
Okay.
So he'll be in his room filling stuff out. Eventually he'll stop and get his rest, but just try to catch up my journal.
How well does Abigail remember me? Or is Abigail barely getting there, or what?
How well does Abigail remember what?
Me.
Roxy.
Well, she remembers, because she doesn't remember having any like real interaction with you.
would
But
be
she does. Huh?
Yes.
She doesn't remember having any interaction with you, but she does remember you from the archery, I guess, tournament is what it was.
Yes. So, Abigail, to answer your question, Abigail really doesn't have any background with you, Roxana. You know, it's kind of one of those one-sided things. You saw Roxana as a rival. You saw Abigail as a rival. Unfortunately, Abigail was being catapulted up the ranks so fast, she wasn't paying attention to her surroundings.
So Abigail has little to no idea of who I am, and I know everything about Abigail.
Correct. Other than the fact that you did tell her that you were the one who saved her, so that would probably go a long way, considering the details were accurate.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember if it's this character or not.
I'm gonna try and because I was kind of snarky towards Penelope. I just want to try and get Penelope on my good side because I'm a little scared of her.
Scared of Penelope?
She can summon animals.
Okay,
I
so
don't know that.
Roxana, you're gonna have a one-on-one conversation in the evening with Penelope.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Penelope's just there.
Okay.
Play with the frog.
So Penelope, you hear a knock on your door.
Who's there? She just
It's
opens the
me.
door.
It's Roxanne.
What do you want?
We got off on the wrong foot earlier.
Are you
So
left-footed?
No, I.
She's
I
fucking-
wasn't the nicest person to you earlier. So I wanted to make sure, we weren't like enemies or anything.
We're not enemies. I've been on the road for a long time by myself. I've met a lot of people like you who don't trust me because I'm a kid, or you think down on me because I'm a kid.
I mean, I just didn't think you would, be in a bar. That's all.
That's what I
And
mean.
then you. How do you know Gnomish?
I know a lot of languages. I grew up being taught by a lot of people. I can speak many languages.
You're
I know
very
many
smart.
things.
Well,
How do you know Gnomish?
I picked it up when I was traveling around. I've got to learn something to survive if I don't know what they're saying.
It's true. I learned all mine through books.
That might have been a smarter way to learn it. I just kind of guessed with the words until I figured it out.
That usually works.
Sometimes.
Do you want to hold crackers?
I'm not
Should
a
I-
fan of frogs. So
I
I'm-
mean, if you think about it, he's not really a frog. He's magic.
well, it sounds like a frog and it looks like one, and I'm good.
He feels like one too. She's like
Okay,
holding him out like two hands out, just holding him with his legs dangling. Yeah, just like that.
Well, I'm gonna go find a place to stay. Good night. No,
She points across the hallway. That room is empty.
Great. Okay, good night. Bye.
Goodbye.
I would like to talk to Granite.
Yeah. Granite, during your evening, Vessel
He's-
approaches.
He's in his room writing in his journal, so
Well, then I will interrupt you. Knock on the door.
all right.
I do not have a frog with me.
I'll put it down. I'll put it down.
Don't think that.
We're
You just
showing
hear
up
it
on
through the wall.
So I'll open the door and I'll acknowledge Vessel's presence. Good evening.
Good evening. Do you have a minute?
Absolutely. Come on inside.
Okay. I'm going to make sure I'm going to close the door behind me.
Okay.
So, I know this won't come as a surprise to you, but I'm not the same kind of alive as you are.
I don't ever make assumptions about anybody unless I have a chance to get to know them. So it wasn't never going to be a question for me to just sit down, right, and ask. But I am curious about your nature.
As am I. I don't know a lot about myself. That's an understatement, perhaps. I have only been alive, active for a few years, but how do you know if something is a dream, or have you ever had visions or anything of that nature?
Granted, I don't think Granite has ever had any active visions, Daniel. Unless there's anything on your end of it that Granite would have to have an active vision for.
Nope.
Okay. Then back to Vessel. He'll just dreams usually come when somebody is asleep. I've never had a vision shown to me. Usually, anytime that I see something in my mind, it's usually because I'm asleep in the dreaming state. But I didn't assume that you slept.
I don't. Not, at least not in the same way you guys do. I enter more of a rest mode, I guess. I don't move, so that's similar.
Are you always
But,
aware of what's going on?
Yes. I'm definitely aware of my surroundings.
Asking me about dreams, have you been shown something before? I mean, have you seen something in your mind?
Just once. Just today. Earlier downstairs. I think you were in the kitchen. But I appeared to have gone inanimate for a moment. A couple of the other members mentioned that I glowed. And I mean, that's not new to me. I kind of like pull open my, because I'm always wearing like this double-breasted monk cloak thing, and I just kind of like reach over and pull it open, and you see right underneath, kind of like, I don't know what to, like right where your diaphragm would be,
below the sternum,
right below the sternum, exactly. Okay. There's instead of having the normal metallic skin, there's a clear piece of what is essentially glass, and then underneath it is a like a yellow stone inside. And I'm like, this glows when I cast magic sometimes, and that's not a surprise to me. But it's never done it where I wasn't using any of my abilities. And during that time, I saw something. Daniel, during that vision or whatever it was it me that was slashing the sword? I saw myself through the like POV?
No, you saw a sword, you saw a very fleshy hand and a very white tabard with gold trim, but you do not know that, you don't really recognize. I mean, it's just kind of like white tabard, gold trim.
But I was looking through the eyes of whatever that was. You were looking through the
eyes, yes.
Okay.
And, it was kind of one of those, you felt like you were moving the sword. It felt like you were brought to there.
Yeah, okay. But it wasn't like my metallic hand.
But it wasn't your metallic hand. It was a very fleshy hand that was swinging the sword.
So I'll tell Granite, the best thing I can call it is either a dream or a vision or something, but for that split second in real time, I felt like I was looking through someone else's eyes, and essentially I was on a battlefield, and I say I, but it definitely wasn't me. I was fighting demons and killing them, and it felt good. And for me, the time felt longer than the split second. I don't know exactly how long it felt, but it was definitely longer than the split second that I was actually I guess blacked out is a good term. But I'm guessing from the way you're looking at me that hasn't happened to you before.
Not to that extent, no. Like I said, I dream. I see things in my dreams, but I don't think I've ever experienced a vision like that. And I'll show him. I'll hold up my journal, and it's just a thick book of pages and a leather binding. I suggest you get something like this and write down what you see and what you experience and keep track of it. And maybe it'll fit together like a puzzle if it keeps happening. You'll have more of the story to put together.
I just nod.
I wish I had more advice or at least some kind of information to put you at ease or to tell you that that you're not alone in your visions. I've just never had visions. But that's to say that not any of the rest of them have or haven't.
Okay.
If this concerns you and it's something that you'd like to keep informed of, feel free to let me know.
I will. I don't distrust actively anyone in the group, with the exception of the new member. I forget her name right now. I was distracted at the time. Matt knows her name, but
Right.
Vessel forgot her name.
Granted, it's completely indifferent with her as well.
I trust your decision if you decide to share this with anyone else, but I wanted to let you know you're the only one I've shared this with.
Anything that you tell me, I'm going to assume is going to be in confidence unless you tell me otherwise. I don't gossip.
I'm not specifically requesting that you hold it from the others, but that
If
you
it makes it easier
use.
for you to get information through me asking of others, then yeah, I could do that for you.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm sharing this information with you because I trust you more than the rest, and I trust that you would if the time comes that this information needs to get shared with others, I trust that you will do it properly. But I'm not requesting that you actively share the information. Just if you think it's necessary, I'll go with what you think. But for now, I'm more comfortable with just you knowing at the moment.
Then it's safe with me until you feel otherwise.
Okay. If you
can
feel
trust
it, if you feel it needs to get shared, feel free. But I trust you in that. I know that's an
Absolutely.
awkward situation, but
You put yourself at the mercy of my people, and you know very little of me. So, again, at this point, there's nothing that I could see me not helping you with.
I'll if anything like this happens again, I'll let you know.
Sure.
Kind of get your opinion on the situation. But
If you want, when you tell me, I can keep track in my book.
okay, yeah,
That way,
you probably have more practice with this, so I'll go into like so much detail about my vision that at certain points you're like, okay, you can move on to the next part. We're good on that. Like I'll be describing like the if there were any spots on the back of his hand, stuff like that. Because I'm like, and you're like, okay, dude, I get it.
hand.
Yeah, see a hand. There was a sword. It was metal. Yeah. You don't need to know like what pattern the leather was wrapped around the hilt. Yeah. So, but I do overshare, and you're like, all right, fucking next.
So, in my journal, I'll flip through it towards the back where there's more empty pages, and I'll start a section for Vessel and his visions. And I'll just start taking whatever notes he feels free to share with me.
Or overshare with you.
Yeah,
Or overshare, yes. Whenever he's done, whenever he's comfortable telling me the extent of what he needs to tell me.
But if there was like a Daniel, if there was like a pattern on the tabard, like a sigil or something, I would have described the sigil. And
yeah, from your view, there wasn't. You couldn't see any. You couldn't see the design of on the tabard from the tabard in the front. It was just white with gold trim. Oof.
Ooh, yeah, that
was
sounded.
weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That looked like it was uncomfortable.
Like,
Like an animal ran out in front of you in the street.
Yeah.
Do you smell toast?
Our GM just had a vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I suddenly I was like, oh, excellent plot threads that I can use. Got it. Thanks.
Anyway, so I'll go into all that detail, and then afterwards I'll excuse, unless you have something else you want to add, I'll basically thank you again and excuse myself.
Oh no, when you're done, we can mutually call it the evening.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, just before Roxy interrupted Penelope, she was she was about to. She was setting a mirror up on the wall, like on the floor, and was sitting down in front of it. And then, after Roxy left, she sat back down on the floor, closed her eyes, and cast Disguise Self. And when she opens her eyes, you see a girl that looks like Penelope, but several years younger, with platinum blonde hair, and running up the right side of her face, coming from her neck, are silver scales going up toward her hairline, but behind the eyes. And yeah, Crackers is sitting there in her lap. When she looks in the mirror, you just see her start crying, and she says, "Hi, Valentine. I'm sorry it's been so long. I made a lot of friends, but I don't think you would like all of them. Some are gone, though. We went to the Feywilds. That was crazy. We fought a tree prince. And I almost got turned into a tree person. And I met a robot man. Two of them. But one stuck around. He's with us still. There's a dragon lady here that I think you would like. I think you two have a lot in common." And then she pulls out her mandolin. She's like, "I learned something new. She spends the rest of the hour singing her songs, played on the mandolin.
Performance check.
D20. I'm good at performance.
With advantage.
Oh, that's good because I almost shit. 21.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
And that's what she does with her night.
Okay. Anybody else? All right.
Not for me.
Then we will set for the night. We will set for the evening. Everybody gets to their rest. So take your long rest, recover your spell slots.
Yay!
The morning comes, and you all have a hefty amount of work to do to prepare for the exit from Waterdeep.
Oh my god.
I'll be right back.
I thought it was just like a spring or maybe a
No.
dog scratching.
No,
No,
it's the
I think
birds in the
It's
morning.
the birds.
We woke up in the tavern and we can hear the birds outside our window.
Yeah, the birds outside the window are going rah, 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 and fighting.
Yeah, they say poof. There's breakfast.
I honestly didn't realize, notice the birds.
Info.
Birds chirping outside.
Techno birds.
Techno birds. Synthesizer birds.
Probably feeding them this time because they eat through their food like it's crazy. Speaking of birds, we get to behead birds today.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
No, not
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit there and look.
Time for chicken fried chicken.
Chicken everything. Got 45 of them.
I got chicken a la mode, chicken shrimp,
I know it's like,
Chicken
Sorry.
royale.
chicken rice, lemon chicken with pepper.
Did we fall into a gump moment here?
what?
Talking about
You said
chickens.
birds. I was like, we're taking heads off birds today.
Oh God.
I don't want to either.
Enjoy your FFA.
Anyways,
So, all right, back to the day. You all wake. You all meet down in the tavern, and the Buccaneers just beat the Eagles. By the way, Curtis.
yeah, I saw it.
Okay, I'll take that one.
The morning is y'all's. What would y'all like to do? What would you like to accomplish?
I'm physically sore because Granite like squeezed half of my life away. So
Granite has bullied the newest member.
I guess Abigail's gonna stay in the bar, but I guess asked for some things to be done for her. I mean,
Yeah.
you said I rolled a decent intelligence. I shouldn't be showing myself around, so.
Granted, will
So-
sit down with her, and whatever she needs, he could just make a list, and he'll take care of it for her.
I'll assist Granite in doing this so he's not going alone.
I'll stay at the bar. I have nothing else to do. I have everything I need.
Well, in that case, I will. Since Granite's the only one going shopping, I will accompany Granite.
Erwin went with.
Erwin's
Oh.
going with Granite.
Aaron went with. Okay.
Erwin's going
Uh,
with Granite. Roxanna's staying back with Abigail. Penelope.
Probably still there because she ain't got up yet.
Penelope is still sleeping.
All right. Then it'll just be us three then.
Okay, so what things do you want to get to assist in your departure from the city without being noticed?
I guess for me in particular, I was wondering if there was maybe like a robe or like some kind of cloak maybe I can get to cover myself with.
So you want to change out your tabard and your outfit, and or add a cloak.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Something that like with a hood maybe. It's got to be a fairly large one to fit over the horns and everything.
Okay.
So we'll go to the big and tall cloak store.
Simple enough. I mean, a cloak is a cloak is a cloak is a cloak. You can find a cloak.
Unless you're looking for a specific type of cloak that does something specific.
Yes, unless you're looking for a magical cloak that may change your appearance, or a magical hat that may change your appearance, or make you invisible.
Only we had
A
magic
cloak
hat.
is a cloak.
All right, and I don't think they have any magical cloaks for sale. I don't even know if I'd be able to afford one, so I just say a cloak.
Okay.
Okay.
Cloak it is. Simple enough. It's a silver.
Daniel.
Yep.
Could I go to the place where I came from? What was
The
that place?
spires.
Yes,
Spires.
thank you.
Yes.
Can I? And before you answer this question, let me finish it because it's loaded. Can I go there to obtain some holy water?
Obtain holy water.
Yes.
You can try.
Okay, I would like to try.
Okay.
Spires of the morning.
Yeah.
That.
Not-
Thank you.
As in daybreak, not sadness.
Yes.
Yes. I have that here in quotation marks.
Yeah.
Not sadness.
Okay, Vessel, you're gonna head out and you're gonna go back to the spires to acquire some holy water. So you
Ew.
see where is I'm looking for my phone and my phone's right in front of me. That's how sad is that?
I don't know if they'll just give me some or if they'll like give me money, fool. Oh crap. I probably would have needed money. I probably would have taken
I
money.
would have not let you go alone. I would have gone with you.
Okay. I have 0 money because I gave it all away.
I have money that will help with this if needed.
I have no monies whatsoever.
Or a donation to the spire, whatever is
Yeah,
necessary.
something. Yeah. I
Brandon will
haven't
provide that for you.
I don't need water, but I have an empty water skin, so I was just gonna put holy water into the water skin.
Oh, neat.
Trying to find.
My character came with a water skin, so I just assumed since I don't drink, I would have emptied it.
True.
I'm just gonna pour it out somewhere. Like I would have given it to people on the street who were thirsty or something.
Nice.
What the hell? Ah, hell. I'm trying to find my notes on who would be at the.
Oh, okay.
While you're looking through there, Penelope is gonna come downstairs and see Abigail and be like, "Hey, since you're a criminal, do you want my hat?"
Sweet.
Wound.
Abigail not be surprised by anything that Penelope says, but be like, yeah, sure. I appreciate it.
Since you're a criminal.
Can I question, like, did Penelope just call you a criminal?
She's a criminal.
To a point, there was reason, possibly.
Fair. I'm not saying I like her any less.
Possibly.
What she says is still true, technically.
Good point.
But yeah, I'll take it. What is this hat that you're giving me?
It allows you to cast disguise self on yourself.
Oh,
Stan's slow hat of disguise.
You move real slow though, so I recommend being in a wagon or something.
It
Ah,
it limits your speed to half your movement,
got it.
Sucks.
but you can cast disguise self.
I pretended to be an old lady and walked around town. That was fun.
I might have to try that myself.
By the way, one of these days, Stan's Emporium of enchanted magical goods will open back up.
Does it close?
It has been closed for a little while.
No.
I gotta open it back up.
Stan, I forgot about Stan.
Should I add that to my inventory?
You should be able to take it from TJ's and add it to yours. Yes, it is an actual item.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what is it called again? Let's see.
Stan's slow hat of disguise.
Got it. Add. Got it.
Delete.
All right. Vessel, you run into Prior Athasar. At the spires, and he turns to greet you. Vessel, it's good to see you again. How do you fare on your journey?
Just as a quick aside, I know this guy. The
Yes.
name doesn't sound familiar to Matt.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's been a hot minute since Vessel joined. Because
Yeah.
the last time I mean, that's why I had to look up notes myself, because I was like, I'm
Okay.
blanking on who is at the spires. Prior Athasar is the head of the second in line in
Okay,
power
okay.
at the temple.
Okay.
He's the one who
I'll,
conducts the services at the temple.
I'll greet him and like, hey, everything's been going well so far. There is a possibility that we may soon be facing some demons or evil kin,
Mm.
and I came to see if I could obtain some holy water to assist in this.
He goes, well, holy water shouldn't be too terribly difficult to get you some holy water. He goes, but before that, he goes, do you still have the amulet? Can I get that back, please? He goes,
Of course, I would be happy to return it.
Thank
says
you.
Vessel, and Matt is thinking to himself, like hell, you're going to take this back. I'll punch you in the face. But
He
yes,
goes-
you can.
He
you
goes,
can-
I know I loaned this out to you temporarily, so I'm glad to see you come back to here so I could return it.
Damn it.
We are in need of using it for services and assistance to some of the town's guard and such. So
Of course, and he
Be-
immediately takes it off and hands it over.
thank you, and he takes it back. Holy water, you said. Yes. Hold on one second. I can. I will.
Damn.
I will go get you some holy water. You didn't think I was gonna let that go, did you?
I kind of hoped you would.
Nah, not the DM. He's gonna remember this shit. He leaves and comes back with 10 vials of holy water, and he said he holds it out. He goes, here's currently what we have of the current blessed water. Would this be enough for? I know you're fighting demons. He goes, or talking about fighting demons. So, I rated the stock pretty hard of what we
This-
had blessed.
This is more than enough. This is exactly what I needed. Thank you.
Excellent. I do appreciate the things
I'll,
that you do and your continued spread of the word of Lathander. You have been spreading the word of Lathander while you were out, right?
Of course.
Insight check. At disadvantage because you're a damn robot.
Yes. I have forgotten.
Ooh. Yeah, he believes you.
Oh, he does. Okay.
He doesn't. I rolled a 3.
I rolled an 8.
It's all right. You're gonna win out.
Okay.
Barely.
You're both holy men. You both have basically the same kind, about the same insight on that front. He goes, excellent. I'm so glad. We need to spread the word of Lathander to all so we can extend our reach beyond.
Of course. And I'll go over to Granite and get, I don't know, 10 gold? Can I get 10 gold from you?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Whatever you needed,
Okay.
Granite's got for you.
Ready gives you 10 gold.
And I give all 10 gold to this guy.
To this guy. The prior takes it. He goes, oh, for the morning donations?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. You've always been so kind.
I will let you know when I return.
Do so, please. The brain. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. He goes, the High Radiance is interested in hearing about your experiences.
Excellent. I look forward to meeting with them next time I'm back.
Excellent. Is there anything else I can do for you?
You've been more than generous. I think this will suffice.
Wonderful. You don't happen to have the... And he starts kind of getting skittish and looking around. He goes, the little girl isn't here, is she?
Penelope. No, she slept in this morning.
He takes a big old sigh of relief. Ooh. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll make sure to bring her next time though, so that you can talk.
Oh, that's okay. I can. Now, until next time. He goes, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
And he wanders back off into the middle chamber, and then into the chamber of worship for straightening things up and just being busy.
All right, we are. That's all we need then. That's all I need at this location, so I'm good to continue on with the shopping.
Got my amulet back.
So I have 10 holy waters.
Yes.
10
vial-sized holy waters, which are about the size of what you would consider a potion of healing.
Oh, cool. That's pretty good size. That's a lot.
It's like one vial worth of potion of healing size. Yeah, he did you a good.
Yeah, that was a solid bro move right there. If I had to measure them in flask sizes.
In flasks?
That's the only thing it lists. I guess I could make a custom
okay.
item. I'll just make a custom item real quick.
I mean, just put 10 flasks. It's fine.
10 flasks, okay. Add to equipment. Holy water flask quantity 10. I'll just remember they're only vials. They're not like, it's not like I'm going to get multiple uses out of each one of these. It's a single use.
Yeah.
Each. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. So cloak has been attained. A slow hat of disguise has been handed over. Some holy water has been gotten. Anything else that the party would like to do or acquire or prepare?
Just anything that we might have needed for travel. The Granite would have checked on the animals, the horses, to see if they were still good. Or is it one horse or two horses that we had for pulling the wagon?
One horse.
It was a single horse, wasn't it?
Yeah. Granite, do me a favor. Give me a general intelligence roll.
Where is it? There it is. there it be 18.
All right. You think about it for a second, and you begin to wonder. Maybe it's not just Abigail that might need to be hidden or disguised from public during travel. That y'all are all known as companions. That you might need to do something about yourselves.
Back to the cloak store.
I have one. I'm currently wearing.
Roxana wouldn't have to worry about that, though. No one knows who Roxana is.
Well, I seem that kind of attacked everybody. So
Well, I guess I would have thought about it at the store. While I'm buying one, I could have bought some more, but
Yeah. Anybody who you desire to buy a cloak for, it's just one additional silver for each person.
okay. Well, then I'll take care of that.
Okay.
So I'll get cloaks big enough to cover all of us.
Just a tarp.
We need a tent.
Is our wagon covered?
No, it is not.
No, the wagon is open back.
So
It's
what
something
would it
that you-
take to get a covered wagon that we could ride in and have one or two up front and rotating out?
That's an excellent question to go
Where did we
investigate.
acquire the last wagon?
Ah,
I don't remember because I know we got the horse. Did we get the horse and wagon from the Black Tower? From the Gray Hand?
I believe so. Yes. Now you could go to a
Contact.
carpenter's shop to see what it would take to build a cover, to see how long it would take to build a cover for the wagon.
Could we inquire if they had one that we could trade out for?
There's always the possibility of trading and purchasing a new wagon if you have the money.
I would go back to the Gray Hand. I would return their wagon to see if we could acquire a covered one, since that's where I went the first time. Unless anybody else has got a better idea.
The only other option I would have thought of is just purchasing enough canvas to cover the wagon, and everybody just lays down in it when they're in the back of the wagon. But that's much less comfortable.
Yeah,
that's uncomfortable.
for a week travel.
Oh, it's a week.
A week's worth of travel, yep.
That's what we're.
Oh God.
So what would you like to do? Would you like to go wagon shopping?
Let's go wagon shopping, Granite.
I'm taking the wagon back to the Gray Hand to see if I can upgrade to the convertible model.
The convertible model.
Optional top.
I'll ride with you, or go with you.
The Gray Hands take the wagon and tell you that they do happen to have a covered wagon that's available.
How lucky for us.
You can buy it if you want, considering you explain how long it's going to be for the...
Well, we're returning the other one. I hope I'm in good standings with them. But yes,
The covered wagon's 35 gold.
Granite will pay for the covered wagon.
Purchase a covered wagon. Keep the horse.
I like that horse.
Do we need a second horse to carry it since we're all being sitting in it?
We got us a pretty sturdy horse, especially carrying Granite and Vessel.
You got one of those Bud Light horses.
Clydesdale?
The
Clydesdale.
Clydesdale.
Dude, words don't work for me today. I got you there, didn't I?
We got the wagon. We've got a badass horse.
Put it in there.
At this point in time, it's probably late afternoon.
Okay, so that'd be about the time we told everybody we would be getting out of town. So I'll go back to the bar. If everybody's done doing what they're doing, I'll take them back to the bar in the covered wagon.
I can retrofit anything else anybody else wants to do into the day. It's just by the time y'all get back, it's late afternoon. Penelope,
Yes.
you woke up late. Did you just stay in the bar all day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing with frog.
Playing with Frog.
Playing with Frog.
What the hell?
All right. Then if there is nothing else that anybody wants to do, then we will move on.
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So now that we have a covered wagon,
Yes.
do we have to stop at night, or are we allowed to travel through and just switch out our drivers? So it'd be less than a week travel.
Well, we don't want to kill the horse.
Yeah, you do
horse
have to
still needs
worry
sleep.
about the animal. Animal does need rest.
That part slipped her mind, I think.
Can we stick the horse in the wagon and Granite can pull the wagon?
Question.
Listen, horses sleep standing up, so
So I can summon like animal spirits and use their abilities.
very nice.
Hypothetically, if our horse got hurt or something, would I be able to summon one and use it and help carry the wagon?
An animal spirit.
What's the duration on that spell?
It's a focus, so as long as I'm focused on it, it
It's
works.
concentration. It's not concentration for an hour. There's not a time duration on it.
Put your stuff up. And then go to your spells.
I think it's limited.
Speak with just click on the word.
It's not to speak.
Ooh.
Summon face. Click it. Click the word. Click the word.
So
Pardon me.
Concentration up to 1 hour.
Like if
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's an hour.
So no, that's not gonna work.
Okay, well just
You wouldn't be able to
However
do
many times you could cast it is how many hours you would have that particular animal, but that would be up to the DM what type of animal you summon.
yeah. I mean, it was just if needed kind of thing.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think there's a tier structure of animals on that, if I'm not mistaken.
There is. We have to look at that.
I have brain air and sleep.
I don't think you can summon Beast of Burden like that.
Maybe Crackers can pull us.
crackers
I
are
bet-
Hey, you cast levitate on the ladder and let a bird pull it.
Hey, you do have your little flying disc.
What if it grips it by the husk?
We're going off on a tangent.
Wait, which husk? Different what?
What are we gonna?
Okay, back on track.
All right.
I didn't mean to deal with confusion.
If nobody else has anything that they want to do for the rest of the evening, then Erwin and Granite will pull up to the bar with a covered wagon. Oh, goodness gracious.
I'll take the supplies in for everybody, and I'll pass out the cloaks. Make sure everybody's got what they needed. Make sure Abigail has everything that she needs. She didn't need anything else that she thought about while we were gone.
Seems like everything's good.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that would be affordable or on sale. For you guys.
I need now, since y'all are fixing to head out of the city, I need a group stealth check,
Oh no, what is that?
D20.
and I need
Along
let's see. We're gonna make this a 8-roll extravaganza here.
Jesus.
Yep. However, the things that you have done during the time for the day will determine how many successes you need and how many fails you need or to either be successful in escaping or being seen and caught.
I stayed in the tavern all day.
That's not going to help. So,
You're right.
you put everybody inside of a covered wagon. Who's manning the helm of the wagon?
Is it like a survival role or to drive the wagon or animal handling or what?
It's an animal handling roll.
Animal? Okay, so I roll and then add.
Yeah. Tell them you're doing it.
Oh,
So I guess I'll drive to begin. I'll start the drive.
Okay.
I'll stay up there with them since we're already up top.
Okay, so right now, I don't have a pen. I have a note. I'll remember this offhand. Okay. We're going to say you need 4 successes to make it out of town unnoticed. Previously, it was going to be 5, but the covered wagon lowers the difficulty. Unless you can argue any other than the covered wagon.
The cloaks we're all wearing?
yeah.
Cloaks are going to help you on stealth.
Okay.
Uh,
But
I
anything,
can.
it's any magical spells that you could do, things of that nature are going to help you lower the difficulty in this situation. So let's hear
I will.
arguments.
I'll cast
I will
guidance on Penelope.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say whoever can disguise self should be up front because we look like completely different people instead of people hiding.
Oh, that's fine then. If somebody can disguise themselves and want to drive, that's keep the suspicion down. That would be better than me sitting up front. I will cast Speak with Animals and talk to the horse
Okay.
and
Keep it low key.
just tell him that he's been doing real good and we're real proud of him. We just don't want to draw any attention to ourselves and just try to remain calm as we work our way out of the city.
Penelope's gonna say, "Did you tell them to keep being horses? Just keep it low key."
You will have so you'll gain from casting that spell, Speak with Animals. You're going to gain advantage with animal handling. Anybody who drives the cart gets advantage with animal handling. Okay.
So, and I can cast that at will, so I can talk to the horse as much as needed.
Okay.
So whoever's disguising themselves can drive, and I'll sit out of line of sight.
Say,
Need a driver.
Abigail, can you drive?
Yeah, sure. I guess as soon as you gave me the slow hat of disguise, I'll say that I've attuned to it
Okay.
earlier.
Who are you
You're
gonna be? What do you look like?
Let's see.
What does Abigail now change herself to look like?
She'll think about it and she'll look at Penelope and remember what Penelope said. She'll be like, all right. She'll disguise herself as not like a really old woman, but like an elderly type of retired warrior. How about that?
Okay. You change your appearance to look like an old
Human
warrior.
yeah.
Okay.
I
You're
would
wearing
say
your
so.
cloak and everything.
Well, yeah, I guess just an elderly human then, wearing the cloak.
Okay. Then we're going to say this will be with using the hat of disguise. The hide Abigail. Everybody else is in the cupboard. All right, we're going to go with
I'm also
3.
Up front with disguise self.
Huh?
I'm also up front with Abigail with disguise self.
Okay. We're going to say that this is now 3 successful stealth rolls to get out of the city. 8 chances, 3 successful.
Nice.
Okay.
So here
Are
we
they
go.
the only ones rolling this?
Are
Or is
we-
everyone rolling?
First, I need an animal handling roll. Abigail. Your DC,
With advantage.
it's with advantage. DC is 10.
Okay. First roll is a 7 plus my animal handling is +2, so 9, and then second roll
Come on.
is a 13 plus 2, 15.
15. Okay. Easy enough. Horses doesn't go wild. Good job, Granite. It doesn't bring your card is not going to bring attention to itself. Your stealth, the difficulty of the stealth roll will come down. You have a DC 12 group stealth roll. Anybody who rolls above 12 is a succeed. Anybody who rolls below 12 is a fail. As long as we have 4 succeeds, you're okay.
So we're all rolling. We need to be 12.
Everybody
roll
rolls.
stealth.
Everybody rolls stealth. Need 4 above 12. Matt has already failed.
And this is a straight up stealth roll, like even with my disadvantage.
You
What
have
dis-
disadvantage because of heavy armor.
Yeah, because
You're
of my
on a
heavy
cart.
armor.
You're on a cart.
Okay,
That
so
nullifies
just one.
it.
Okay, got it.
Standard
So I
roll.
made 16.
16. That's 1.
19.
12.
19's 2. 12. That's a succeed. That's 3. You just need 1 more.
19.
19 is 4.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 17.
17. Okay. For the first leg of the journey towards out of the city, nobody seems to notice anything. You're just a cart on its way. All right. So that's 1 success. Need 2 more stealth successes to win. All right. So let's give me. Are you still okay? So, assuming you're still keeping all your disguises and everything up.
Mm-hmm.
How long
Do I have
does
to do another animal
long-
handling or anything?
Yeah, you will. How long does disguise self?
1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're probably going to have to cast disguise self. Not this time, but next time.
Okay.
Once again. So I need another animal handling check.
Okay. 15 again. First
15's
roll. So
15's good.
Yeah.
Then I need stealth rolls.
Here we go.
12.
12.
16.
14.
All right, that's a succeed.
I know it's getting worse.
All right. That's 2 succeeds. 1 more. At this instance, the magic is going to fade for disguise self. Unless you recast.
Recast.
yeah, go ahead and recast it. The hat of disguise just lets me cast that whenever, right?
Solid
That-
question.
Did I put a charge on that
Charges.
hat? I think it's once.
Is there a duration, or
It
does it
doesn't-
just stay until you?
It
I
doesn't
think-
say weight or cost or anything like that. It's just disguise self at will.
Oh, if it's at will, then it's
Oh,
at will.
that will, yeah.
That will.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, then I'm still disguised then.
Okay. Okay, so you still have that going for you. Then 1 more. Give me animal handling.
Oh, right. Oh, that's a 9. That's a 10.
Ooh. I said the DC was 10 on that, wasn't I?
You said DC
You said
was
the
10.
DC was 10, yeah.
Ooh, barely.
So just barely, yeah.
Barely. The horses seem, while the horse seems a little flustered, but nothing that's going to grab people's attention. Stealth check, I'm going to say, just because you barely cleared it, goes up to a 13 DC.
Okay.
So we're at 13.
I rolled a 19 on this one.
Woo!
Nicely done, sir.
I rolled a 14.
17.
Oh my God! I rolled a 2. That makes 5.
Oh, hell. Hurry, Riley.
Uh-oh.
It's all on you, Riley.
16.
Oh, thank God.
No.
I rolled
I guess
a
I
9.
fell out of the back of the wagon.
Wow, we almost had a failure there, but
Hey, this guy like left.
you pull it off, and once again,
Wow.
with because of all the things that you've done, all the succeeds, you will now be able 3 succeeds to beat it, You make it out of the city, and you are on your way. Ow. Not really going to do... like I said, at this point, bandits and stuff on roads for travels, they're not going to affect you. Y'all are too powerful for
I
that.
will continue to speak with the horse to make sure that it's in good health. And then once per day during our travel, I will cast Longstrider on the horse. And it increases its speed by 10 feet for the duration of an hour, whatever that ends up adding to our travel.
Okay.
While he's talking to the horse, can I cast Speak with Animal and talk to Crackers?
Sure.
She's been waiting to do this for like 10 minutes.
Sure. You approach
boy.
Penelope. Penelope, Roxana suddenly approaches you. And you see her. And she begins talking to your frog.
Probably just stares at her.
Crackers. What made you want to be a frog? I'm asking, I guess.
Crackers the frog responds to you and says, I didn't choose to be a frog. That was what my master picked for me.
Penelope chose for you to be a frog?
Yep.
She said she couldn't control that.
No, she picked frog. That's why I'm here. I'm a frog.
Did you want to be a frog, or were you hoping to be something, better?
I'm whatever what my master wants.
So
If my master wants me to be a frog, I'll be a frog.
How did Penelope obtain you? I'm trying. I guess.
Magical means. I'm a magical creature.
I had figured from what I've heard of your past.
Everybody, y'all just hear. And then Roxana replying,
I didn't not to offend you, but I don't care for frogs, and I don't know if you figured that yesterday or not. That's why I'm just kind of asking. That's why.
well, it's
I'm
okay.
going to look at Penelope and be like, I think the new girl's cheese fell off her cracker.
Yeah, Nope is just looking at her, then kind of looking around at everybody, just very confused.
Crackers, is there anything I should know about the group? Since I'm new and, they're kind of trying to kill me at the beginning.
The tall one crushes heads a lot.
Yeah, I got threatened by that.
Other than that, none of them tend to feed me.
Not even Penelope?
She's the one. Well, she's my master. She always feeds me. Nobody else does.
Oh, okay. So what's your favorite thing to eat?
I guess bugs now.
Bugs now?
Well,
So
I'm a
does it
frog.
change what you are?
Well, I'm a frog now, so...
Your name is Crackers, so do you like crackers? Or is that just a...
Once upon a time, I liked crackers. When I was an owl. If she
Oh, you
picked
were
me
an
to be an
owl.
owl again, I'd like crackers.
For the
Crackers
record,
are tasty.
Penelope is still trying to feed him crackers.
You just see plop, 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 plop.
Is there anything you want me to tell Penelope before anything happens?
Hi?
That's it? You just want to say hi to Penelope?
Sure.
Okay, I'll let Penelope know. So I turn to Penelope after this, and I guess she's trying to feed Crackers a cracker or something during this time.
Plop, 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 plop.
I wouldn't give him crackers.
Why? Crackers likes crackers.
Well, Crackers is currently a frog, so Cracker likes.
He's a
bugs.
magic frog, though. Not a real
Well, I
frog.
just talked to Crackers, and Crackers doesn't seem to care for Crackers.
But you don't like crackers, the frog.
I don't.
How can I trust you?
I had a whole conversation with your frog.
You were just making noises. Like a
Crackers
weirdo.
wants to say hi and wishes to be an owl again.
Crackers did not say that.
Yes, he did. He
No.
wants to be an owl.
No,
No,
that is you said that. Crackers said, I want to fine.
Sure.
Penelope holds crackers up like a kid would hold a cat in front of her. Be like,
Uh-huh.
you can be whatever you want to be. and then hugs crackers.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I was able to talk to Crackers and get things figured. Still don't care for the creature it is at the moment. But, you know, seems nice.
She pokes you with crackers.
Slimy.
He's not slimy, he's smooth. And cool to the touch. He's very cool.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever noticed frogs are not warm?
Yes.
She's never touched a
I've
frog.
never touched a frog.
Let's just go and get that out of the way.
Don't like her. I'm gonna like scoot away or whatever. I guess I'm sitting. I'm gonna like scoot away at this point and go towards
Okay.
the wagon.
Roxana leaves your side, Penelope. It's just you and Crackers.
Penelope goes back to playing with their man on.
Okay. The journey continues.
Weird kid.
Mile out of town and we're all insane already.
Over a short amount of time, instead of a week's time, you kind of burn it down to about 5 days. You all begin to see life, small hamlets and villages on the outside of the dukedom as you make your way through. Roxana, you notice, you recognize these as instances that you're getting close to the Duke's castle.
Doesn't
Within-
look like we're
You're
Too
within
far.
striking distance. In fact, you're not far from your parents' place.
Hey, my folks aren't far from here if y'all want to stop and stretch your legs.
Can we trust anybody in this town to be any kind of ally?
I mean,
Are they gonna be hospital to Abigail?
I feel like they would. I mean, they took me in.
But
They're your
child.
Parents.
Not exactly. I was adopted when I was younger. They took me in.
You also didn't murder their king.
Abigail bluntly puts out there.
Well, I feel like if they saw you with me, they would judge, yes. But they wouldn't think much of it.
Abigail's just gonna kind of look back at the party. I'm not sure about this. I don't feel quite comfortable.
It's up to y'all. It's honestly up to you guys.
It's not worth putting another group of people in jeopardy to stop,
Okay.
in my opinion. Because you don't know who's gotten back to them already and watching their house, waiting for you.
I didn't think about that. I can always stop by and see them another time.
Vessel.
No.
while this is going on. Once again,
Oh boy.
your eyes slowly dim, your chest glows bright, and you're whisked away to a place where you see of what yourself riding a horse. Once again, same fleshy hand. This time head inside a helmet. Out in green pasture or green grass road. Looks like you're traveling from one place to another. Hearing talk from people behind you. General discussion of the battle that was at hand. Saying, "Oh, well, it was the demons. We managed to pull it off." And then you hear, "Hurrah!" And you hear, and somebody goes, "Except for old Harrington, he pissed himself scared." And everybody starts laughing, and then from your head you hear a voice go, "Harrington, you wuss!" And then you snap back into where you're back in the cart.
Is it day or night at this point?
It's daytime. Like I said, y'all are pulling into areas where the small villages and hamlet, or the outskirts edge of the dukedom.
So he would have lit up the wagon.
I mean,
Inside, but it's daytime, so it's not like it's visible.
It'd be bright to us, but not to outside the wagon.
Right.
Right to the other side of the wagon. Ooh.
who was driving at that time?
I'm assuming
Great.
Abigail's been driving, unless
Abigail,
Abigail, you've been swapping off with Granite. I'll let y'all decide who wanted to drive at that point in time.
It's up to her. It's up to Abigail. If she wanted to take a break, I would have taken over.
Well, I
So
imagine
I could continue to talk to the horse.
I imagine there'd be some little breaks along the 5 days, but maybe let's just say at that time that Abigail was driving.
Okay.
I don't. I don't. I just kind of like glance around to see who is looking at me, but I don't
Ooh.
act.
I would assume most everybody who is in the back of the cart, unless they were asleep at the time, they felt like they would be sleeping,
I just been keeping a lookout at the back and making sure that we're not being followed.
So I'd say I leave it to those who think that they would be looking at what around inside the inside the cart at that time, unless you were distracting yourself with other things of your own personal nature. If you feel like that was what you're doing, then no one's gonna be seen. So Abigail's busy, Granite's busy, Penelope is talking to her frog.
Okay. Was that was the amount of time that I saw that vision roughly equal to the amount of time I saw the first one?
Yes.
So I guess I notice and I say, Vessel, that's number 2.
And I notice as well.
Did you poop?
'cause I'm looking around.
I
And I hear what Erwin says, and I'm like, number 2? That looks like the first time it's happened. I didn't see the first one.
The first time he spooked.
Don't listen, DJ.
I don't comment.
Okay.
Probably sniffing the air.
I guess I'll.
Time continues to pass by. You all begin to make it to the outside edge of the dukedom and the gates.
Well, we'll have to find somewhere to stop and try to formulate, try to talk to Abigail and figure out if she's going to have any sense of any kind of allies that we can talk to. Anybody that would be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Helpful?
Sympathetic.
I guess on
Sympathetic.
the ride there, yeah, we'll discuss that. I don't know anybody who has survived except for, I suppose, Roxana. And I'm not even sure if it would. I'm not sure what to do yet. If we should just ride in and be surrounded, or if we should go a different route, or like should I show up to court? What are we like?
If we take you in there, there's zero chance of you coming back out.
Can I mention like about my parents again?
Yeah.
That's a place we can go, and I feel like if I went in there first and explained everything, they would be willing. Or just give us a place to stay, and Abigail could use her hat and cast and cover herself, something.
I know this is all very uncomfortable for me.
And I tell you what, we'll figure it all out and find out what the party does next time
Mhm.
on the Adventuring Guild.
Cliffhanger. Will they make a decision?
Can they figure out what to do before they get to the gate? No, no, no.
Just saying, would be a smart idea.
Hey, everybody, thank you for joining us today and sticking with us. And I'd like to thank all my players for joining me as well. All the fun that we had today of all the lore and backstory of Abigail.
Not just that, there was
Yay!
some interesting stuff in there. A lot of us had some interesting stuff happen in there.
Indeed so.
Good time all around.
Everybody had fun. And I enjoyed it, and I hope everybody else enjoyed it. And we will see you next time on the Adventuring Guild. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye-bye.